Neal, he opened fire on groups of trained students, killing 3 and injuring 5. On April 20th, 1999, 2 boys, Eric and Dylan, killed 12 students, including 1 teacher in their high school, and afterwards they shot themselves in the mouth and the head, committing suicide. On April 16, 2007, Cho Sing-hee killed 32 people and injured many more, and obviously we don't know that happened and committed suicide because it was a very famous massacre that happened just recently. Now, what did all these 3 people have in common? They were great. They were fanatical player of violent video games, all 3 of them. They had perfect marksmanship, meaning point and shoot skills that they practiced in their games. And they were obsessed with these video games, all 3 of them. And this is just the 3 massacre that I just talked about. The school shootings are increasing, and it's been going on for a very long time. And this is one common thing that they find in all the shooters. They're obsessed with violent video games. They are perfect at shooting, and they can even get the moving target. So this guy, the third one, who was involved in Virginia Tech, he actually, they had the news report. I don't know if you guys remember watching it or not. I know it's a while back. But the news reporter actually mentioned this guy was cool. Because they had the security cameras, obviously, in the classes, and they saw him. He was cool, moving from one room to another, shooting people without his heart rate going up. His heart rate didn't even go up. He was just so cool and calm while he was doing it. And he got 32 people before someone stopped him, and then he shot himself. Where are they learning how to perfectly shoot? Did you guys know that during World War II, our soldiers had a really hard time? They couldn't fire. Why? Because they had really bad training. You know what they trained in when they were here? They trained with bullseye target. So when the real human came in front of them, they couldn't fire. And that was a problem. So then they had to come up with a different technique. They actually developed this new technique where they had simulators where human figures would pop up in front of your face, and your response would be immediately, you should fire. And every time you go through this drill, every time something pops up a human figure, you fire, 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 and then it becomes your automatic response. You can even do that under stress. It's not even a problem. Your heart rate doesn't even go up. So, and after that happened, then we had Vietnam, and they had no problem doing that. The enemy would show in front of their face, and they would immediately shoot. Now, we know that people who learn to fly, before they're put in a real plane, that they're actually put in a flying simulator, which gives them a very, very close experience of flying on the plane. Obviously, they don't want them in the plane for the first time. So they learn how to do everything, they learn the function, and then they go into the real plane. Well, if you kind of look at the video games, I would call them their murder simulators. That's all kids are learning. And by the way, again, back to the same survey that we conducted, we actually asked our children, what are the top games that they play? And these were the games that came up. Now I'd like to show you the trailer of these games. So just watch what's going on.
Before they watch it, please know that when we interviewed or we surveyed them, we have kids as young as first grade playing these games.
And we have around 20 kids.
About 20 kids who had, not all 20 were frequently playing them, but had experience with them and knew about them, but a majority of that 20 were playing them every single day. But we're talking about kids as young as 6 years old, first grade.
And they're exposed to this. And this is a new game that came out, and this is just a trailer of it, so I would like you guys to watch that. Read the warning. It says may contain content inappropriate for children. That's what a lot of kids play. And another second game that was really high on the list was Grand Theft Auto. And there's something really disturbing information that I found about this game. There are prostitutes walking around in this game, and you can rape them. Yes. In this game, especially the last one, Grand Theft Auto, there are prostitutes walking around in this game, and as a player, you have an option to rape them. Well, this is just a trailer of it. Pay attention to what the song is. Just pay attention to
What motivates you?
I don't care if I live or die. Looking for someone.
Don't do anything stupid, cousin. Man, I'm right. I'm right.
I don't want to die, man. Not like this. How would you like to die? We're gonna bust somebody, man. I'm the one who survived.
Grand Theft Auto 4, out now. Rated M for mature.
Rated M for mature means that they put the internet.
Exactly, but we have kids playing that. And another story that I'd like to share, one of our first grader, during recess time, he got up on the slide and he wanted to jump off of that because he thought he was not going to get hurt. And the teacher was trying to stop him, and he said, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And he jumped off it, and alhamdulillah, we have mulch, didn't get hurt. But imagine, like, if it was another situation, if it was concrete. By watching these things, kids, again, were messing with their fantasy and reality. They don't understand the difference, and they engage in these. So basically, with these, they are like mass murder simulators. Imagine if we had rape simulators. Do you think we would let our kids play with that? No. But yet we sit back, we watch our kids for hours and hours sitting there blowing other people's heads off. And practicing this point and shoot, and killing these people. What do you think it's doing to their soul? I mean, is it not, they're becoming desensitized to all the human sufferings that they see on television. They can see people die, they can see blood, they can see people get hurt without feeling any emotions, without feeling any human emotions. That's what these video games are. I think to an extent it has also affected us adults. We watch these television news, and yet we can go and have dinner afterwards with our families. We are able to eat. So we've also, grown up like this, watching all this stuff. Now, I would like to. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, well, they're just playing. This is this little excerpt from an article that was